Good morning. I think we're here. I think we're here. Oh, good morning. I realized I haven't put any makeup on. Can you believe it? I don't know what happened there, but it just did. I came here, I started to do other things, and I just didn't put makeup on. Well, I don't have any lipstick here, so you got me a la natural. A la natural. Okay, so good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you all getting along? Did you enjoy a lot of the Easter feasts yesterday? I certainly did. I made a Victoria sponge cake, little sponge cakes yesterday, and it was delicious. But I realized I've had a few too many. Hi, Carla. Good morning. Thanks for coming on. So, yeah, I think my body needs a little bit of a cleanse. So, needless to say, here we are, not alcohol, but a pint of something called warm water. And I thought this is a start. I just woke up feeling, oh, you know what? My body started telling me, it just said, you really need to just do a cleanse today. Just do a cleanse. And so that's what I'm up to doing. So, hi Marcel, good morning. So how have you been? How have you been yesterday? Did you? I know Marcel, you said you went out for a walk. It was a glorious day. We've been eating leftover barbecue from the day before. Um, what else? Yeah, morning. Yeah, I saw you're on there, Marcel, which is great. Yeah, Facebook is really interesting. It's been shifting and changing things, so I'm glad that you've both been able to get on. Okay, so let's just reflect in, and I just want to really reflect in just a little bit of the process of what we're doing so that you can get more of an idea from a mental space. And because sometimes I know me, when I get sort of told to do things, I tend to rebel. I'm very good at that. And sometimes I rebel against the things that really are good for me instead of bad. So because I like to know, I like to process it. I want to get it in the depth of me so that I can hear the truth deeply. And one of the things which is very useful for me is just understanding what it is, what's the mechanism that we're doing, and what are we trying to achieve. So, firstly, in Stevenson's creative method, he says that the body, if the temperature is at the most optimal, nothing can get in. Basically, our body will stay healthy. So, as long as we're creating the environment where everything is working correctly, our body will recognize any kind of foreign traveler, so to speak, right? Something that's foreign within us and isn't helpful to us. In fact, when you take an oral drug, did you know that pretty much nearly 90%, unless they've specifically put some kind of mechanism in place, 90% gets bound by albumin. So our body will look at anything that's foreign anyway, and it will bind to it in order to get rid of it. So we have to learn to realize that there's lots of different sequences that go on that allow for us to understand that we have many little things that are in place that allow us to be okay. So that's one aspect. The second aspect is recognizing that if our environment is cluttered, then it's going to be harder for our body to be able to do the job that it wants to do. All right, it's going to be much, much, much harder. So we've got to try and declutter. But in order to declutter, we have got to get to recognize and see that our body is in that shape. Yeah. And interesting, because I've been suffering from tinnitus. I've been realizing that a lot of the tinnitus happened because I was sitting at a desk, yeah, and leaning forward in a certain way. And I've realized a lot of my muscles are very, very, very tight. So there's more going on. So just noticing the environment and seeing how does that contribute to something that's going on. And then really it's also about paying attention to that structure, how things work. And we've certainly, I know Marcel and I know Carla, you have found yourself when we've been doing, particularly of the thymus gland, we've been generating lots and lots and lots of heat. And heat is one way our body gets rid of bugs. Yeah, gets rid of bugs. And often what we do when we have a high temperature, we take stuff to bring it down. But that's our body's biggest way of helping us. So it's about managing the heat so that it does its job properly. Otherwise, the virus will go into hiding. Yeah. And one of the biggest things that has been happening with the coronavirus is people think they've got better, but in actual fact, they're not paying attention to how their breathing has got a little bit faster. And that's one of the first indicators, more shallow and faster, that we are going into respiratory distress. And people don't recognize this part. They think they're getting better, but actually they're getting worse. So that's one of the keys that can be a very, very useful bit of information. Sometimes it's the little things that we have to notice that let us know that something isn't quite right. And that's when we've got to take practice to do the things that will galvanize our body and our system to be in the correct place. So that's really part of doing and getting the heat. That's what I kind of noticed, and I realized actually, because I was paying attention to some of the meditations I've been seeing earlier on, a long time ago, how we can really increase the heat in our body in order to break off. You get rid of the debris, burn it out, get rid of, and how that can also work on a spiritual, metaphorical, emotional, and physical level. Yeah, I think that's about all the things that I kind of wanted to just remind you of. And then the one thing that is the most important thing, and that is the learning to turn towards that part of us that is fearful, that is anxious, that is missing in the gap, that isn't quite as happy as it should be, those kinds of things. It's all about how do we manage and turn towards it instead of away from. As I said to you, part of our mammalian brain, we survive better when we know we're being included rather than being excluded. Excluded meant we died. So by turning towards things, we include, we raise the energy, we create safety, and we allow our body to transform. So I'm doing a whole lot of things in each one, but you might begin to notice what it is within each one that is making it very powerful for you. And that's what you can do during the day. That's what you can do when you're talking to your friends. That's what you can do when you're talking to your child, Carla. I know she's only 4, but if we start talking to them in a very particular kind of way now, they've already got it deeply embedded, and they will learn to talk to themselves in ways that are helpful and purposeful and creative. Yeah. Okay, right. So on a scale of 0 to 10, we've got the 2 scales, happiness scale. What are you today on the happiness scale? 0 to 10, 10 being the happiest you can be, not euphoric, but happy, calm, content, tranquil, okay, and 0 is neutral. And on the anxiety scale, 0 to 10, 10 being most distressing, 0 neutral. Where are you on the scale? All right. Well, I've kind of felt that my body feels a bit heavy right now. So it's feeling a little bit heavy. I've got a little bit of backache, actually. So I'm going to focus on my backache and try and bring more energy into that stuck area. That's the lower area of my body. Okay. All right. So I'm just going to tune in very quickly. Okay, there is a bit of vibration down there, but actually I'm feeling more down in my hips, actually, down in my lower abdomen. Yeah, it feels a little bit. Ugh. So, okay, so that feels for me about a 6, not in distress. It's not comfortable. All right, so I'm going to work on that one. And if you can in the chat, put down what you would like. for where you are right now. If you've got a shape, if you've got a color, kind of just get a sense of what it is. Mine feels like tight strings that are kind of coiled together, not knotted, but coiled together and not quite freely flowing. And it's white, so that's my one's sort of off-white color. Okay, so the points, just very quickly: top of the eyes, side of the eyes, under the nose, and on the chin, clavicle, on the chest, all right, on the chest, under the arms, on the head. And we always start, okay, with the karate chop. And the karate chop here is we face two things. We want to be able to hold together two kinds of sensations and feelings: a deeper truth and acknowledging what is going on right now. All right, we want to bring them both together in the same space where they can be fed by the same energy of truth. All right, okay, ready? Let's go for it. All right, so in my case, I'm going to use your own. It's probably useful so that you can start to be able to use this at other times during the day. So I'm going to say, even though I have this discomfort in the lower part of my stomach, and I know that I've eaten a little too much, I totally love and trust myself anyway. And even though I have been eating all the wrong kinds of food, and I know I've been doing it, I totally love and trust myself anyway. And even though I've done my very best to get back on track with my diet, and I haven't succeeded, and I'm not sure that I will, I totally love and trust myself anyway. Good, Carla. Good. Relax. Something in your lower abdomen that's wriggly, so I'll work on that. Good. Brilliant. So you're going to be working like me. Okay. Okay, so your one will be, even though I have something in my lower abdomen that's wriggly and funny, and I don't know if it'll go away or what it is, I totally love and trust myself anyway. Okay. Okay. Taking a breath in and out. These feelings, these wriggly feelings, these wriggly feelings in my pelvis. I don't know yet what it's about, or even if it's going to go away, but I'm willing to find out. I'm willing to go inside and just take stock. I'm willing to let it be. I'm willing because I want it to transform. And I'm willing to choose me. I'm willing to love and trust myself anyway, whether it changes or it doesn't. Big breath and out. And I don't know what will happen. And I don't know how my thoughts will transpire. Top of the head. I only know that I'm here and I'm present. And that's all that I can do right now. Top of the eyes. My past pattern has been to react. My past pattern is trying to fix and do. My past pattern has always been to run away. My past pattern has been the child side of the eyes to change. And I can see now that there's a deeper way. And I can see under the eyes that underneath there is much more that I've learned now, that I can begin to give and receive under the nose. I don't know whether this feeling will go away. I don't know if I can create yet the habits that will change it completely. I don't know what's going to happen in the future. I don't know whether I'll be safe. But what I do know, take a nice breath in and out, is that I am here. What I do know that we have the ability to transform. What I do know is that there's a deeper, wider part of me that can hold me in this space. And so I choose to love and trust myself anyway. Whether it comes, whether it goes, I choose this anyway. What I've really begun to learn is that I can't control things. I can only create the space. I can give all the information top of the eyes, but I can see that I can't put it all in place. Top of the eyes, side of the eyes. And the reason for this is that there is an intelligence that is so much bigger than me. Under your eyes. It's been there right from the very beginning when I was conceived. It's part of me. Under the nose. I don't know how it knows exactly what to do. Under the chin. I only know that it does what it does perfectly. I only know that it is the ultimate in creativity, your clavicles. And that it's here with me all the time. If I let it. If I let it. There are bigger things than who I consciously am. In the consciousness that I know and understand. But I choose now to learn a wider consciousness. so that I can become truly who I am. While you're doing this, I want you to just kind of feel yourself connecting to that part of you that has been with you all your life. The part of you that is known in those times when you heard that voice that said, don't do that, and you didn't, and it worked out right. Or it was that part of you that knew when someone is sick and you picked up the telephone, or when you had a premonition or a dream. That part that is so much bigger than you. That part that is the extraordinary you. That part that has brought you here today. That part that is capable of love beyond the extraordinary. That part that can cut away the debris with compassion and love. That part can elicit all the magnificence in another human being. That part that is the creator, that we know and love. So just connect with that as we begin to go inside. And I want to work with that pulsar. We want to create the energy, we want to create the heat. So maybe let's do the double beat. Paying attention first to the high heart. You might want to just beat there slowly. This is the part that says me, not me. This is where the thymus gland is. And by us generally hitting it, giving it a little bit of an energetic spark, we activate this energy. We activate this part. Okay. And you should begin to feel the energy starting to vibrate inside. You might even start to get the heat starting to come, because this is the part that when we start to really get the heat going, it's this part that activates it. It raises the frequency, raises the energy. And see it like a star, like a binary star, the lower and the upper heart, beating, working together. The blood, the heart in itself, has two beats. It has a lub-dub, lub-dub, lub-dub. The first beat is for allowing all the blood to go into the ventricles, and the second beat is for the ventricles to squeeze so that it can push blood to the body. So the atrial squeeze so that it can push blood up into the pulmonary arteries, and the ventricle squeeze to cause blood to go into the rest of the heart. So we have two beats, lub-dub, lub-dub, lub-dub. And the sinoatrial node sits basically there on my side. You'll see it probably on my right here, but on the screen, but actually it's here. And there is right where, in line with the thymus. All right. So when we do lub, we're talking to the first part of the high heart, and the dub is the bottom heart because it's bigger, it's wider, it's a drum. Lub dub, lub dub, lub dub, lub dub, lub dub. Yes. So see that star, that binary star, and see it in a color that you see today. Mine's red. strangely enough. My heart is more orangey. And just create that energy, recognizing the part that is you, that's not you, that its job is to work in two ways. It's to love, to distraction, that we break down every barrier that exists. And it's also to carry away what doesn't belong. And our heart is where the original rhythm that caused the whole of our bioenergy field to begin to form all the pathways, the neural pathways, the capillary pathways, the venous arterial pathways. It was because of this beat, this pulsation, that allowed all the cells that differentiated into the different parts of our body, the different organs. It was this lub-dub that created the space, created the information, created the energy. So as we do this, we're creating energy, we're creating a new resonance, we're creating a new you, a new way to see things, do things, be there. Changing the energy back to the first cell, when everything was perfect, when its only imperative was to expand as the creator. Remembering to breathe. Okay. Then I want you to just, with the absolute compassion, if you think about somebody you care about, Carla, you can think about your daughter. I'm sure there's an unimaginable but love for her. Just use that love. Activate that love. Hold it really in your heart as you turn towards that part of you that is hurting, that is worried, that's got discomfort, maybe is in the gap of not being a full 10 at happy. What's the gap? What's holding you back? So I'm going down into my lower part of my belly. And I'm just sending it energy. I'm sending it love. And then just ask it, what does it want? What is it feeling? Don't try and fix or change. In my case, I've been eating lots of little treats, so I'm going to just basically say, yeah, I can see that you're feeling that. And I can see that it could be the result of eating all those treats. Yeah, okay. Okay. And I know that a little girl likes to eat treats. A little girl has learned that to feel good is to kind of eat with someone, to not necessarily make a fuss. I can understand why that happened. I can understand. Champion her. Understand her. Let her know that it's okay. Let her know it's all right. And if you can, just let her just feel the warmth of the vibration. So I'm just letting the vibration go all the way down so that I'm really feeling the vibration down in my lower hip area. And just really letting the vibration go there. If you've got a feeling somewhere else in your body, in your neck, in your chest, in your head, just let the vibration go to that place. Okay. And then, as you're ready, try and bring her into your heart. Or let her just gently find a way you can attach a little piece of string to your heart and say, you know what? When you're ready, just find your way in. If I put this here, you'll know where I am. You'll find me. Now I want you to go back into your heart. And I want you to really create the energy. We want to begin to expand it throughout the whole of our body. We want to cleanse, we want to clear, we want to enliven, we want to love. So have a whole army of cells that have got lots of big kisses and big lips to kiss and maybe even little arms to hug. Maybe they can hug things to distraction, that they just dissolve, melt, transfigure. Maybe there's some where they have actually got to change and you can sculpt it, change it, or you may have to push it out. Use the energy for that. If it's a negative thought, negative thoughts can only exist if we have a belief about ourselves that's negative. So be aware that when we're pushing out something that's negative, if that's the case, just be aware that the only way things come in is because there's a door that's open. We have to close that door. Good. Push it out, push it out. Clear your body like waves, waves, waves of energy bursting through. Push it out, push it out, push it out. That's it. Good, good, good. Let it move out through your aura, so about 2 feet beyond your body. Good. Okay, allow yourself to send energy to all those people you love and care about. You can even send to dead relatives. It doesn't matter. But they're still in your heart. And that means the energy is still there. So think about them too. But we want to send energy for all time. So what? Send energy above you, below you, into your feet, way down into the earth and high into the sky, to the left, to the right, out from the center of you and behind. Then I want you to create those bursts, those pulses of 360. What I'm doing is imagining right now I'm the center of the earth, as I can see I'm in the earth, and I'm just allowing it to just expand and radiate and radiate and radiate and clear and cleanse and clear and cleanse and clear and cleanse and love and clear and cleanse and love and clear and cleanse. Clear, cleanse, and have compassion. And just seeing them clearing, clearing, clearing. See their hearts being energized, see multiple. We've got about 8 billion people on the planet, multiple people. See all their hearts beating. Connect with every heart. And as their hearts beat, so you start to recognize there's an energy coming back to you. And you just receive it. And you give, and you give, and you give, and you receive, and you give, and you receive. That's it. Really let it go. As you send it out and you receive. Sing to yourself. Let it vibrate through all of the whole earth. I'm just this coil now. This coil that's just vibrating, sending energy. Good. Energy coming up from the souls, up into the heavens, and from the heavens down into the soul. Of my feet down into the earth. Into the sides of it. Inside of it. Everything is spinning. We are the energy, we are the vortex, we are the energy, we are the vortex, we create, we create, we create. That's it. Just let it go, let it go, let it go. Create, create, create. Feel the universe, feel you. Notice what's activated. Right now I've got a great big feeling in the center up here, activating this, the third eye. I can feel my throat chakra is activated. I can feel my thymus is activated. I can feel my solar plexus is activated. I can feel my root and sacral chakra is activated. Feel yourself as a pillar of light. Pay attention to that part of you that initially was feeling a little bit out of kilter. I've got a beautiful buzzing in the lower part of my abdomen where I was, what I'm seeing is just swirls of energy down there. And it's all soft and it feels good. So if you can put in the chat what came up for you, how you're feeling, where you are, what's been happening for you. I'm just going to quickly do another balance and see what the aura is doing. The previous aura was quite interesting because it had a lot of different colors in it. So so that was what the previous one looked like. So I'm going to just do another balance and see what has shifted, what has changed. I did a big balance this morning because I had about 10-15 minutes where I could actually put a lot more things in. So I don't know how it's going to be. All right, so well, Okay, so blue, very light, all different shades of blue and purple. So we're high on the spectrum, and I said my third eye had open, so that's one of the colors. So that's more or less. I'm going to show you. I'll put it in the link in a minute, and we'll be able to have a little look at what it's about. All right, and I'll have a little guess. I'll sort of kind of get a sense of it, and yeah, if you find something's coming up, yeah, what you got, Melissa? Buzzing, gold feeling all over. Good. Niggly feeling has now gone. Excellent. Excellent. That's good. That's good. That's really important. I mean, I think the most important thing is for us to recognize that we are energy. We are beings of light. And in order for us to become more of who we need to be, we have to become beings of light. We have to acknowledge we're a being of light, and we work like energy. Yeah, that's what we do. We think we're solid, but we're not. And in order to really change stuff, we have to kind of really get that energy going. All right. So when we allow all those bits of us that have been locked and blocked away, and we bring them into the fold so that they just dissolve and transmute, they allow us to increase the energy. Okay. I'm a 9. Calm. Thank you. Good. Good. Brilliant. Well done. Okay. Well, enjoy the rest of your day, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Take care, and like, share if you don't mind following this so that you'll always get a reminder. And if you can let other people know, that'd be great, because I do think there's energy. I mean, I'm starting to feel the heat build up now. I didn't feel it so much during the meditation, but I'm starting to really feel a lot of heat. So just be aware of what's happening during the day, write it down, observe, and so it can be part of your journaling. All right? Take care. Bye-bye. Thank you again for coming on. Oh, quickly, before I had a left side of face, which is now resolving. Good, good. Right, good. Calm. 8. Well done, Marcel. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Well, if you can, and if it's resolving, maybe you just need to tap a little more on that area if it's still not gone completely, or take a little bit more time and sit and tap and do this and vibrate, and actually just vibrate into it. All right. So that you can just give it more energy, and it may shift a little bit more. Okay. So give that a go. All right, then. Take care. Bye-bye, everyone. Have a good day.